umaga po sa ating lahat. On the part of Committee on Public Accounts, the joint hearing by all board. The part of the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
The part of the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability, the committee is now called to order.
On the part of the Committee on Public Accounts, so ito, kakaroon po ng pagkatawag ng roll call of members about bawat committee. Mahagi po ng Committee on Public Accounts. Magitin na po natin yung ating pumamaya. Comsec, please.
Morning. For the part of the Public Accounts, Vice Chair Lorna Su, Vice Chair Joel Su, Vice Chair Alvarez, Representative Alexander, Marlo Bacoro, Representative Emmanuel Yogno,
For the Committee on Public Works, state the members present.
Yes, good morning. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The part of the Committee on Public Works and Highways, the Representative Dpwh Vice Chairperson, Deputy Majority Leader, Dpwh, Representative Benjamin Agaraw Jr., Representative Star Sally, Representative Isidro Lumayag, Representative Mark Anthony Santo, Representative Florabel Yapon, Representative Jesus Jess Marquez, Representative Antonio Holt, Representative Roy Gonzalez, Representative Celso Rehencia, Representative Edwin Rosado, Representative Timo Tuan, Representative Gerardo Jericoya Espina Jr., Representative Isnel Baba, Chan Isnel Baba Yap, Representative Alfonso Osali Jr., Representative Carlos Andes Loria, Representative Salvador A. Plato, Representative Deputy Speaker Janet Garin, Representative Edgar Erice, Senior Deputy Minority Leader, Representative David J.J. Suarez, Senior Deputy Speaker, Representative Mario Cocoy Salvador, Representative Alfredo Albi Benitez, Representative Rolando Ledesma Makasait, Representative Mark Cholo Violago, Representative Arnen Panaligan, Deputy Majority Leader, Representative Julian Jambaronda, Deputy Majority Leader, Representative Nina Francesca Lacson, Representative Charisse Ann Hernandez, Representative Gil Cabarangay Acusta, Deputy Majority Leader, Representative Carl Nicolas Cari, Representative Rodolfo Ompong Ordanes, Representative Bienvenido Abante Jr., and Representative Gerald Cloyd Alexis Galang. That's all for now, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
For the Committee on Good Government, please.
With the permission of the chairpersons, the following members for the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability are present. We have the chairperson, Representative Joel Chua, Vice Chairperson Alexander T. Pimentel, Vice Chairperson Lordan Suwan, Vice Chair Walfredo Armand Dimagila Jr. We also have the Vice Chair Jose C. Alvarez, and the following members present: Representative Rolando Valeriano, Representative Jonathan Kit T. Flores, Representative Joseph Jojo Lara, and Representative Loreto Amante. In addition to the regular members, we have the following ex-officio members present. We have the Senior Deputy Speaker David J.J. Suarez. We also have Deputy Speaker Janet Garin, Deputy Speaker Jefferson Tonghun, Deputy Speaker Paulo Ortega, Deputy Majority Leader Sia Alonto Adjong, Deputy Majority Leader Arnan C. Panaligan, and we have Deputy Minority Leader Laila M. De Lima. Your Honors.
Mr. Chair, may, may I inquire the COMSEC how many members of the Committee on Good Government are present?
By the Committee on Good Government, we have in attendance a total of 18 members, Your Honors.
With 18 members in attendance, I declare a quorum for the Committee on Good Government.
For the Committee on Public Accounts, kindly state whether we have a quorum, please.
For the Committee on Public
The mic, please. You have to read into the mic, please.
For the Committee on Public Works and Highways, we have a total of 32 members and we have a quorum. Thank you, sir.
Can we state the quorum first for the Committee on Public Accounts made read into the record?
with the 7 regular members in attendance, the chair of the Committee on Public Accounts may declare the presence of a quorum, Mr. Chair.
With the quorum for the joint committees, we declare the presence of quorum. We can conduct business. Sir. Can the
Mr. Chairman, parliamentary inquiry about the agenda. Here, Mr. Just a short parliamentary inquiry. I was invited to join this committee hearing yesterday. I received a letter, and my participation is on item number 5, particularly number 6, privilege speech number 023, on the call to investigate the anomalous flood control and other public projects delivered by Representative Isidro Ungab. Just a clarification, Mr. Chair, my privilege speech last August 4 was about automatic appropriations, particularly special accounts in the general fund and the use of income in the general fund. However, if this committee would like to take cognizance of this, I would be willing to present that, but I would request not this committee hearing because it take a long time to present. Yung speech ko pa lang doon, privilege speech was 45 minutes. It will take 2 to 3 hours if I make a presentation here. However, last August 11, I talked in the plenary on a question of personal and collective privilege. I was not availing of the privilege hour. I was reacting to an editorial of a newspaper entitled "Investigating the Shameless." If this is the topic that I was invited, then I would gladly explain this later on the item that I was included in number 6. Although it was just a very short manifestation, it is actually a question of personal and collective privilege. It is the right of every member to react on matters involving the duties, responsibilities, and integrity of the House of Representatives. So I was only reacting to that. If this will be the matter that included, I would be willing to explain this later.
I think the specific matter is the privilege speech number 23. So I don't think it's about the remarks that you had made relating to that article, Congressman.
So kung privilege speech, the privilege speech was about automatic appropriation. No? As I have said, if this committee would like to take cognizance of that automatic appropriations issue, which is also important, I would be very much willing to explain and answer all the questions. However, I would request that it be taken not this hearing because it will take a long time for me to present. Perhaps in the next hearing, and we can rank it number 1 or number 2.
Yes, it will not be today, Congressman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That's my parliamentary inquiry.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Congressman Jokno, please.
Thank you, Chair. Rule 9, Section 33 of the Rules
Rules of the House as well as Section 9 of the Internal Rules Committee on Public Accounts provides that, I quote, a member of a committee shall not participate in committee deliberations or vote on any matter that directly or indirectly affects the member's business, financial, or pecuniary interest. These rules are in line with Section 9 of Republic Act 6713, Code of Conduct of Public Officials, which provide that a public official or employee shall avoid conflicts of interest at all times. These rules are also aligned with Article 6, Section 12 of our Constitution, which requires all members of the House to make a full disclosure of their business and financial interests to avoid conflict of interest. A few weeks ago, Mr. Chair, Senator Panfilo Lacson publicly stated that there were at least 67 members of the House of Representatives during the 19th Congress who were operating construction businesses that backed projects that they themselves had allocated funding for. And I quote, noong 2022, pagsimulan ng new Congress noon, natanong ko ang isang kaibigan kong congressman na si curious ako bagong bukas ang Kongreso. Ilan ba ka ako sa bilang mo, ilan ang contractor dyan sa batasan? Sabi niya, huling bilang ko sa ngayon 67, pero alam ko meron pang iba. So noon, 67 na as of 3 years ago. Siguro ngayon, ang iba, naengganyo, mag-contractor na lang tayo. O kaya, kamag-anak ang mag-handle ng kumpanya ng kanyang construction company para makamenos sila. Given this revelation, Mr. Chair, by Senator Lacson, I believe we need to assure the public that this investigation will not be a whitewash and that no members of the three committees conducting this investigation have a conflict of interest. I therefore move, Mr. Chair, that before we proceed any further in this joint hearing, all the members of the Committees on Public Accounts, Public Works and Highways, and Public Accountability make a full disclosure of their financial, business, or pecuniary interest that may be directly or indirectly affected by any investigation into the government's past or present flood control project. So move, Mr.
Mr. Chair,
Son,
before we motion, I'm motion of the report. I'm intervene. The point of order raised by Representative. It is very clear in the Constitution, even in the rule, that there has to be disclosure of any possible conflict of any interest in business interest, financial interest of any member of this. But I am more fundamental, if I may. Something it's prejudicial. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Dear colleagues, during the plenary session last August 145, which authorized the Committees on Public Accounts, Government and Public Accountability, and Public Works and Highways, conduct a joint inquiry into infrastructure projects, particularly flood control projects, was adopted over this representation. In a viva voce voting, the ayes prevailed. This representation now reiterates for the record, for opposition, plain terms, I object to the House itself investigating very significant and very sensitive. When the House of Representatives investigates anomalies in flood control projects, must ask, is it one? Is it good? Is it proper for this chamber to investigate when there are already reports that some members here are involved in this very project? By Representative Bokno, citing Lacson. I have raised this before, and I repeat today. Conflict of interest here is not theoretical. It is not distant. It is real, and it will shape how this inquiry is seen or perceived, especially by the public. Where one is most probably the subject of, or is likely and liable to be a suspect, or has a personal interest of not being punished himself as an outcome of the investigation, not be part of the investigation. The most basic principle that in law school we are asked to memorize the Latin maxim that embodies it. Emo lex in causa qua. No one, a judge in their case. Let us be honest with ourselves. Imagine a whistleblower sitting here before this committee, holding back the truth as a very politician in the panel. Imagine contractors trimming their testimony, careful not to offend a powerful member whose signature they need for the next project. Imagine colleagues whispering in hallways, cutting deals to shield one another, or stretching the process until the public grows tired and distracted. Hindi po ito haka-haka. Ito ang realidad sa ating lipunan. Conflict of interest happens the moment those who may be implicated are given the power to decide how far or how shallow an investigation should go. Even our Supreme Court has been clear. Lawyers here know the due process of justice requires partiality. Jurisprudence abounds on this legal principle. I do not have to mention those cases, but in one case, Mateo versus Villaluz, year number L-1584, promulgated May 30, 1961, the Supreme Court reminded us that due process demands a, quote, hearing before an impartial and disinterested tribunal, end of quote, and the, quote, code neutrality of an impartial judge. Even judges and commissioners are disqualified for far less. How much more when legislators stand to be investigating rebellions in flood control? Kung sa husgado hindi pinapayagan, bakit dito sa papayagan? Some will say, you can always assure fairness, transparency, and just always commit that this body will be impartial. But will the people believe these assurances? And they already know, alam na alam ng taong bayan, that corruption in infrastructure has been rampant and blatant. Every Filipino has heard of ghost projects, of kickbacks, of substandard work that crumbles as soon as the ribbon is cut. People have heard about the involvement of elected public officials, including members of Congress, both houses. Common knowledge, uncomfortable. On the issue of anomalous flood control projects, some politicians reportedly act as contractors for their own government-funded infra projects or the ghost projects. A clear case of conflict of interest. Now there are reports that Malacanang is preparing an executive order to create an independent commission to probe alleged flood control anomalies. Whether through such an EO or through a legislation, the point is clear. There are alternative paths that can give this investigation the credibility it needs. What matters is that the process stands above politics and earns the confidence of the people. Mr. Chair, I therefore register my continuing opposition to the holding of this joint hearing under House Resolution number 140. What is at stake here is greater than the reputation of any House member. It is the institutional integrity of the House. My colleagues, I say, let us earn the trust of the people by choosing a process whose credibility is beyond question. Investigation rises above politics and truly serves the ends of truth. Maraming salamat.
Mr. Chairman, just an interjection from an older member of this House. I respect. Yes, Your Honor. Very important. I respect the opinion, the comments of our two members. But if we go back to the motion or the precedence of motions, the question that was raised or the point that was ordered by the Honorable Jokno is in the form of a point of order. So we did not entertain a motion. It is the chair who will rule that the point of order is in order or well taken or not. So I move that the chair will rule on the point of order.
We can discuss it first before making it. Deputy Speaker Garin, please.
Mr. Chairman, with due respect to the Honorable Shell Jokno and of course Secretary Laila de Lima and my very good friend Sid Ungab. Yes, indeed, I saw the news report when Senator Ping Lacson mentioned that there are approximately 67 congressmen and more who are involved in projects. However, Mr. Chair, in the subsequent interviews that he gave, he mentioned that he cannot give names because it was one of the members of Congress who fed this information. I am not objecting to an investigation to uncover the 67 congressmen, if ever they exist. However, Mr. Chair, what I am worried is the fact that the oversight powers of Congress will be clipped in the guise of conflict of interest. Ang sa akin lang po, nirerespeto ko po ang sinasabi ni Congressman Shell Jokno at ni Congresswoman Laila de Lima. Subalit, itong mga nakarang araw, kung titingnan natin ang budget ng Department of Public Works and Highways, nagugulat ako. Kasi tila may pumasok sa NEP na mukhang hindi naman dumaan galing sa baba. There is a big possibility that the needed projects are changed to wanted projects. Ang want ay gusto pero walang benepisyo sa taong bayan. Ang need ay kailangan. And with the current budget deliberations and the oversight powers of Congress, it's time for us to uncover the process and the system. Bakit ba paulit-ulit ito na nangyayari? Let the investigation proceed, let the third-party investigation proceed to uncover the people behind this. But let us not forget that we cannot just sit and be taken out that we are the voice of our people and we need to correct the system. Kasi kung paulit-ulit ito na nangyayari, saan ba nagsisimula ang virus na ito? With that, Mr. Speaker, there was a point of order. I am not sure which section was violated. May I therefore ask for the ruling of the chair?
Mr. Chair, before.
Mr. Chair,
Deputy Majority.
Actually, as I've
It's not your turn na, Congressman Ricky. Deputy Majority Leader Adyong.
Thank you. Before we act on the motion of Representative, again, I also re-echo the sentiments of my colleagues here, respecting position of Congresswoman De Lima and Congressman Shell Jokno. Actually, last week, was referenced by Congresswoman De Lima that the basis for this TRICOM to convene is the House resolution that we adopted, PS 145. Mr. Chair, let us compartmentalize the issue. Number one, Mr. Chair, the purpose of this committee is not to pass on judgment, culpability of those who are mentioned by whoever, no, by Senator Lacson. The purpose of this TRICOM, Mr. Chair, is to pass legislation, in aid of legislation, see whether there are lapses in the existing policies that we have insofar as the implementation of flood control programs are concerned. We are not here, Mr. Chair, to pass on judgment or to render the culpability of any individuals that may be mentioned or are mentioned, already mentioned, Mr. Chair. And that is in line, Mr. Chair, also with our constitutional mandate, Mr. Chair, given to us that the Congress not only business to legislate laws, but also to exercise its oversight function. If there are concerns, Mr. Chair, that warrants public scrutiny in national interest, Mr. Chair, the Constitution has given us that power and mandate to untangle some of the mysteries. For example, if there are loopholes in the laws, so that we can come up, Mr. Chair, with a responsive legislation in order to correct this. And number two, Mr. Chair, if there are concerns of conflict of interest, which I agree, Mr. Chair, with the Congressman, we have our own internal disciplinary measure, Mr. Chair. If there are congressmen who may be implicated, Mr. Chair, we have our own rules, Mr. Chair, to govern, to discipline our own ranks, Mr. Chair. If there are, for example, issues of conflict of interest, of directly involved in these ghost projects and substandard flood controls, let's refer that to the Committee on Ethics. We have our own internal disciplinary measures. But that should not preclude us, Mr. Chair, to exercise our constitutional given mandate, which is exercise our oversight functions and pass legislation that would correct the gapses and the loopholes in our existing laws, Mr. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, one more comment. In the precedence of motions, the point of order should be taken first. However, I do agree that indeed the gentleman and the lady has a point, and it can be taken immediately after as a question of privilege. In fact, it was already here included in the agenda. My question of privilege during the August 11 session, basahin ko na lang kasi related na rin eh. Binasa ko yung editorial, ang sabi, August 10 pa ito na newspaper while the public is interested in finding out the extent of the corruption that President Marcos highlighted in his recent State of the Nation address, questions have been raised on the propriety and impartiality of lawmakers conducting an inquiry into anomalies that could implicate members of Congress. And the last sentence says, after his much uploaded jab at the shameless, the last thing he should want is to be accused of protecting the shameless sacred cows and of complicity or a cover-up. I will be willing to discuss this when my time comes in item number 6 of item 5. I just, para lang for proper order and decorum, unahin muna yung point of order, then we can raise a question of privilege since this affect the integrity and I would say the duties of the House of Representatives. I move that the chair first rule on the point of order.
The chair, before the ruling, please proceed. My understanding is that Representative Jokno is not objecting to this investigation. He's just maybe prudence would require that all members of this committee participating in this proceeding should at least if they know that they have a conflict of interest, at least siguro po dapat siguro wag na sila mag-participate. Para po sa ganon may maging credible naman itong ating. We know for a fact that several representatives are also officers or maybe their relatives, immediate relatives are contractors. Saka siguro po pwede natin pakiusapan na huwag na sila mag-participate yung mga may interest sa government contracts para sa maging credible naman po itong ating proceedings.
Can we, Congressman Jokno, can we restate the motion that you have been mentioned?
The motion, Mr. Chair, for all the members of the three committees to make a full disclosure of their financial, business, and pecuniary interests that may be directly or indirectly affected by any investigation into the government's past or present flood control project.
This has been seconded.
Second, Mr. Chair. Second here, Mr. Chair. May I explain my second the motion of Honorable Jokno?
Just a short explanation, please.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. As a member of the majority, Chair, in the interest of upholding the integrity of our proceedings, I respectfully seconded the motion of Honorable Shell Jokno that any member who may have a direct or indirect interest in the subject matter should inhibit themselves from participating in this deliberation.
Mr. Chairman,
This is not, excuse me po.
sir, last point lang. I suggest that since we are now entertaining a motion, the Honorable Jokno first withdraw his point of order para ma-entertain natin yung motion. Just
Yes,
to interject, sir.
Thank you, Mr.
Patuloy po kayo. Pero yung sa akin, suggestion ko, the Honorable Jokno will withdraw his point of order para diretso tayo sa motion. If mag-agree ang chair.
May I finish my... This is not to cast doubt on anyone's integrity, but rather protect the impartiality of the committee and avoid perception of bias. Our duty is to ensure that, that the decisions are made solely on the merits of the issues before us, free from any conflict of interest. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman. Okay. Can you restate the point of order, please? I think it has been transformed into a motion.
Mr. Chair, very quick interjection, Mr. Chair. I believe earlier it was a point of order, but later on, the Honorable Shell Jokno amended it as a motion that all those with conflict of interest or possible involvement in these flood control projects inhibit themselves from the investigation. It was duly seconded by the Honorable Laila de Lima and the Honorable Santos. Maybe, Mr. Chair, may we get your ruling on the motion?
A point of clarification, Mr. Chair. The motion pertains to making a full disclosure of such business, financial, or pecuniary interest. It does not yet state about inhibition. If after such disclosures are made, then perhaps we can speak about.
Yes, the motion is relating to the disclosure of members.
Yes, sir.
On whether or not there exists a conflict of interest. It has been seconded. Are there objections to the motion? There is no objection. So the motion is carried.
Chair. Just a clarification, having ruled on the motion already.
Congressman,
That the full disclosure will be obtained from each and every member. How do we go about it? Should it be a written disclosure? Just to be clear about it. There is a motion, duly approved, carried. Now, how do we implement that?
Mr. Chair, I move to adjourn. To proceed, we'll have to get on closure. And we cannot do that today.
session suspended.
That
Mr. Chair,
Session resumed. Congressman Arisa, please.
yes, Mr. Chair, I respectfully withdraw my earlier motion.
Thank you, Congressman Arisa. Seconded, and then are there objections to the withdrawal of the motion? None, then motion is carried. Okay, at this point, we can proceed with the hearing proper.
Chair.
Congressman Cortez, please.
Yes, Mr. Chair, just a follow-up on my previous query on how do we proceed with the carried and approved motion on food disclosure. May I suggest, not really a motion, but I would submit, if members who would intend to participate in this proceeding submit a written undertaking that they do not have any pecuniary interest, that would be the subject of the inquiry of this committee. Just a written undertaking, if only to comply with the approved motion that has been carried. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, I think that is how we will go about it, Congressman Cortez. A written disclosure undertaking that there is no conflict of interest of any member relating to any subject of this inquiry will be submitted to your respective committees within 5 working days. Is Congressman Jokno satisfied with this?
Very much so, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman Jokno. We are directing the committee secretaries to please give us the list of all the other members present who had not yet been acknowledged. But at this point, we will recognize the guests that are here.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the Committee on Public Works and Highways, we have the following members, additional members. Representative James Jojo Ang, Representative Maria Isabel Sagar-Barria, Representative Saldi Villa, Representative Kenneth Paulo Tereng, Representative Alexander Pimentel, Representative Leo Rodriguez, Representative Ramil Laurel Hernandez. Also with us are ex-officio members, Deputy Majority Leader Primicia Sagabas Marlene, Deputy Minority Leader Lagman Cielo Crisel, Deputy Majority Leader Zia Alonto Adiong, Deputy Speaker Jefferson Conghun, Assistant Majority Leader Javier Miguel Lopez Benitez, also Representative Panotes, Representative Timakuha. Thank you.
For the other committees, please.
Mr. Chair, from the Committee on Public Accounts, would like to acknowledge the Honorable Ann Manco, Honorable Keith Flores, Honorable Antonio Po, and the Honorable Alexander Pimentel.
For the Committee on Good Government, please.
For the Committee on Good Government, the following the members were already mentioned by my committee secretaries. We also have the presence of Representative Mauricio Dumoga.
May we state also the other non-members of the committees who are also present in today's hearing, please.
We have the mentioned by my co-ComSec are the ex-officio members that I already mentioned. And then in addition, for the Committee on Good Government, we have Representative, our Vice Chairperson, Mauricio Dumogan.
I think there are other members that have not yet been acknowledged. Kindly acknowledge our other House members, please.
Also have Representative Toby Chanco and Representative Isidro Ugam, Your Honors, independent member.
We will now proceed to the guest list that had been invited and are present. Former Secretary Manuel Bunoan is here for the DPWH. Undersecretary Eugenio Pipo, Undersecretary for Regional Operations in Luzon. Undersecretary Ador Canlas, Undersecretary for Regional Operations in Visayas and Mindanao. Undersecretary Maria Catalina Cabral, Undersecretary for Planning and PPPS. Assistant Secretary Loretta Malaluan, Assistant Secretary for Regional Operations in Luzon. Assistant Secretary Neri Bueno, Assistant Secretary for Regional Operations in Visayas and Mindanao. For DPWH NCR, Regional Director Gerard Opelencia. For CAR, Regional Director Kadadi Tanggol. For Region 1, Regional Director Ronel Tan. For Region 2, Regional Director Matayas Malenap. Region 3, Regional Director Roselier Tolentino. Region 4A, Regional Director Jovel Mendoza. Region 4B, RD Edita Regional Director Edita Babaran. Region 5, Regional Director Virgilio Eduarte. Region 6, Regional Director Joel Impenco. Negros Island Region, Director Denise Maria Ayag. Region 7, Regional Director Danilo Villa Jr. Region 8, Regional Director Edgar Tabacon. Region 9, Regional Director Kaya Mombao Dia. Region 10, Regional Director Lilibeth Aparecio. Region 11, Regional Director Juby Cordon. Region 12, Regional Director Basir Ibrahim. Region 13, Regional Director Alex P. Ramos. Also present is Mr. Henry Alcantara, former District Engineer of the Bulacan 1st District Engineering Office. For the Commission on Audit, Tracy Ann D. Sunico, OIC Director 3, Madonna S. Atencion, Regional Supervising Auditor, Cinderella Esperanza Santos, Audit Team Leader, Benjamin Lasam, State Auditor 4, Audit Team Leader, DPWH, Regional Office Number 2, Globe, Randolph Sumabat, State Technical Audit Specialist 3, Technical Audit Group, Warner T. Alvarez, State Technical Audit Specialist 2, Technical Audit Group. For the Government Procurement Policy Board, Maria Dionesia Guillermo. For the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board, Attorney Herbert Matienzo. For the list of contractors that had been invited, Alex Abelido, Legacy Construction Corporation, Lawrence Lubiano, Centerways Construction and Development Incorporated, Aderma Angeli Alcazar, Sunwest Incorporated, Winston Hines, Authorized Officer, Sunwest Incorporated, Edsel Marbella, Authorized Officer, Hightone. Additional members for the GPPB, Maria Dionesh, we had already mentioned the names. Additional attendees from COA, Assistant Commissioner Martha Roxana Sese, Assistant Commissioner Lucila Isidro, Director Sofia Hemora, Attorney Melissa Salunga, Attorney Yumaida Tiongson, Director Melissa Grace Martinez, Felipe Claudio Remolio, Alvin Siapan, Carlo Pasion, and Attorney John Mangubat. In the list of contractors, only 3 out of 15 are present today. An invitation has also been given to Sims Construction Trading, which is being accused of not implementing a particular flood control project in Baliwag, Bulacan. Right. Comsec, what is the status of the other invitees that did not attend today? Can you state for the record, please?
Mr. Chair, we sent an invitation to Legacy Construction Corporation represented by its president, Alex Abelido. They confirmed attendance, Mr. Chair. Yes, and
No,
EGP Construction Corporation, Mr. Chair.
Comsec, please. Again, to be clear, we would want to get information on those that did not attend. Were they given invitations, and did they acknowledge?
Sir, we received a letter from Mr. Yunira Villanueva of Top-Notch Catalyst Builders. He's requesting to be excused due to a prior commitment today. But he affirms that he will be attending the next hearing. That's Top-Notch Catalyst Builders, Mr. Chair. We also sent an invitation to Triple A Construction through its president, Wilfredo Natividad. The email was not acknowledged, but LBC reported that the invitation was received by a certain Mr. Nunez, the guard on duty. That's a 888 Construction. We also sent a letter, invitation letter to Tiki Builders. To Mr. Luis Rotiki. It was received by an authorized representative named a certain Taratara. According to our staff, Tiki Builders is present, represented by Sir Ryan Willie Huy. I'm sorry, Sito Tiki. Road Edge Trading is also here, represented by Engineer Ryan Willie. And QM Builders, represented by Alan Iranta. MG Samidan sent an authorized representative for now.
This year,
Before Chairman Chua speaks, so can we state again for the record which of the contractors are not present today?
Of 16, Mr. Chair, are not present.
this year.
Sorry, not present.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
9 out of, can you state for the record the 9 who are not present?
Alpha and Omega, St. Timothy Construction, EGB Construction, Python Construction, 888 Construction.
EGB is here. Sorry, EGB is here. We have to
Sorry,
correct the
sorry,
record.
Mr. Chair.
EGB is here.
That's noted, Mr. Chair. Royal Crown Monarch Construction, Wawaw Builders.
Excuse me. Sorry. Royal Crown is here. No.
Mr. Chair, high tone daw. High tone.
It's not the question. You're not asking for high tone. We're asking for Royal Crown. Please proceed.
And Sims Construction.
So ilan po ito ang wala?
That's 9.
Mr. Chair,
8 contractors are not present today. 8 out of the 16 invited. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Chua first before Congressman Abad.
Mr. Chair, I move that we issue a subpoena to those contractors who did not attend in today's scheduled hearing.
If I hear a second, please.
Second,
Motion has been seconded. Any objections? Hearing no objections, the motion is carried. Subpoena will be issued to contractors who did not attend today's hearing.
Mr. Chair, can I be recognized, please?
Congressman Abante, please.
I'm here. I'm not acknowledged first. Okay, my name was not even acknowledged. But I want the COMSEC again to repeat the names of those contractors who are here this morning. I do not think that everyone has heard their name, and I would like them to stand up for a while they're being acknowledged.
The Committee Secretary is directed to restate the names of the contractors who are present so that they may stand up and be recognized, please.
Sir, we'll just read all the names of the invited contractors. Yes. Legacy Construction Corporation. Do you have any representative?
Yes, they are here.
TGP Construction Corporation.
Yes, they are here.
Hightone Construction and Development Corporation.
Yes, they are here.
Royal Crown Monarch Construction and Supplies Corporation.
Royal Crown is absent.
MG Samidan Construction.
MG Samidan is present.
Top-Notch Catalyst Builders Incorporated.
Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, can I just update before we proceed? Can we indicate, as requested by Congressman Aban, can we have the name of the representative, whether he's just a mere representative or he's the CEO? I think that's very important.
Yes, Congressman Makasayat. I think, well, they have been acknowledged earlier, please. We'll just finish the run-through of the contractors who are present. Please proceed, Committee Secretary.
Triple H Construction and Supply Incorporated.
Triple H is present.
LRTT Builders Incorporated.
LRTK is present.
Road Edge Trading and Development Services. Road Edge Trading.
Road Edge is present.
Sims Construction Trading.
Sims Construction Trading is absent.
Alpha and Omega General Contractor and Development Corporation.
Alpha and Omega is absent.
St. Timothy Construction Corporation.
St. Timothy is absent.
UM Builders.
UM Builders is present.
Centerways Construction and Development.
Centerways is present.
Sunwest Incorporated.
Sunwest is present.
Wawaw Builders.
Wawaw is absent.
MG Samidan.
MG Samidan is present. We had seen it already. We had seen them already.
That's all.
There are 5 contractors who are absent today.
Yes,
We
Mr. Chair.
restate it again for the record for the creation of the subpoena and the issuance of it.
Alpha and Omega Contractor and Development Corporation. St. Timothy Construction Corporation. Royal Crown Monarch. Wawaw Builders. And Sims Construction Team.
Thank you for the clarification, Comsec. We will now proceed with the opening statements of the chairs. Magandang araw po muli sa ating lahat. Ito po ang unang pagdinig ng House Infrastructure Committee, ang pinagsamang komite ng House Committees on Public Accounts, Public Works, at Good Government para siyasatin ang mga maanomalyang proyektong pang-infrastruktura sa bansa. Partikular mga flood control projects na inaasahan ng ating mga kababayan sa panahon ng matinding pag-ulan at bagyo. Pagtugon ito sa panawagan ng Pangulo na siyasatin ang lahat ng mga flood control projects ng kanyang SONA, partikular mga proyektong ghost, substandard, at sobra ang presyo. This inquiry is in the exercise of the Congress's oversight power on any and every department or agency of government, most particularly on matters involving corruption allegations of government officials. Like what we had stated earlier, the inquiry will be project-based and evidence-based, with initial focus on the President's site inspections in Bulacan and Benguet, in which ghost and substandard projects had been found. We have copies of all relevant documents to build the cases against officials of the Dpwh, First District Engineering Office, and the private contractor, Tim's Construction Trading, all of whom were involved in the 55 million Baliwa Ghost Project, supposedly the construction of a reinforced concrete river wall, only for the President to discover no project at all. The threshold for plunder is 50 million pesos. This project is 55 million pesos. Plunder charges to be filed against all personalities in the soonest time. We will also take a look at the substandard project of St. Timothy and Wawa Builders in Kalumpit, Bulacan, both of which had been inspected by the President, in which the President had found concrete deterioration with exposed loose cables and wires. The two substandard projects had been built within the last 4 years. The three projects had originated in the National Expenditure Program in previous years. We note with particularity St. Timothy and Wawa Builders, as these are among the top 15 flood control contractors mentioned by the President. We have also taken note of admissions in the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee hearing, in which Sara Diskaya admitted to continue owning 9 construction firms aside from Alpha Omega General Contractor, and this includes St. Timothy Construction, St. Gerard Construction, St. Matthew General Contractor, Great Pacific Builders, YPR General Contractor, Amethyst Horizon Builders, Waymaker, OPC, and Elite General Contractor. More importantly, we take notice of Ms. Diskaya's admission that their group started engaging in DPWH flood control projects from 2016 onwards. There will also be a focus on undercapitalized firms, which had been able to corner billions of pesos in projects despite limited capital. There will also be a focus on other infrastructure projects, such as the Cabagan Isabela Bridge, rock netting and snow protection projects, all of which have been mentioned and inspected by the President. We will go into each and every anomalous infrastructure project wherever it may be. Ganun pa man, kailangan pong maglinaw, mahalaga ang flood control sa isang bansa na matindi ang epekto ng pagbabago ng klima. Mahalaga ang infrastruktura para sa pagpapaunlad ng ekonomiya at mga komunidad ng bansa. May maayos na flood control at may hindi maayos na flood control. May maayos na infrastruktura, may hindi maayos na infrastruktura. Ipagpapatuloy po natin ang maayos, tatapusin po natin ang hindi maayos. Ang pagsisiyasat na ito ay bahagi ng proseso ng eventual na reforma sa proseso ng pagsasagawa ng mga proyektong pang-infrastruktura. Layunin nating maglatag ng mga bagong panukala para magkaroon ng perpetual blacklist ang mga hindi maayos ng mga kontratista. Layunin din po nating pasalihin ang pribadong sektor sa mga inspeksyon ng mga proyekto sa lahat ng bahagi ng project implementation para putulin ang linya ng korupsyon sa mga proyekto. Sa mga naunang iskandalo ng korupsyon, mahalagang ipaalalang may aktwal na mga napanagot na matataas na opisyal at mga kasabwat nila sa pribadong sektor. Sa fertilizer fund scam, may kongresista ang nakondict noong 2024. Sa PDAF scam, may mga senador na nakulong, may senador na nakondict, may senador na na-dismiss ng ombudsman, may mga kongresistang nakondict, at si Janet Lim Napoles ay nakondict ng plunder at graft. Sa Farmally scandal, nakapila sa kasalukuyan sa Sandigan Bayan ang mga matataas na opisyal ng PSDBM at Farmally. Layunin nating mapanagot sa kasalukuyan ang paglapastangan ng pondo ng bayan sa pamamagitan ng flood control projects at iba pang mga proyektong pang-infrastruktura. Uurin po ang ating suporta sa Independent Commission ng Pangulo. Lahat ng findings ng komiting ito ay agad na ipapasa sa Independent Commission para makatulong sa kanilang mandato. Ipapasa din po natin agad sa Independent Commission ang lahat ng mga kaso at proyekto na mapapangalanan in the course of inquiry ang mga mambabatas, kongresista man o senador, para hindi masadlak sa conflict of interest ang Kongreso at para maipakita sa tao na wala po tayong pinagtatakpang kongresista o senador sa mapagdinig pong ito. Hindi po mahalaga kung saan ipinatupad ang proyekto. Sa Bulacan man yan, sa Benguet man yan, sa Metro Manila man yan, sa Visayas man yan o sa Mindanao man yan, kung ghost, substandard or overpriced ng proyekto, sisiyasatin po ito ng komite. Hindi po mahalaga kung kailan ipinatupad ang proyekto, kung sa kasulukuyan man o sa nagdaang gobyerno man yan. Kung ghost, substandard or overpriced ang proyekto, sisiyasatin po ng komite ito. Hindi rin po mahalaga ang pinanggalingan pondo ng mga proyekto, kung sa NEP man ito o congressional initiative man po ito. Kung ghost, substandard o overpriced ang proyekto, sisiyasatin po ito ng komite. Hindi rin po mahalaga kung sino man ang sangkot sa mga proyekto. Kung mataas na opisyal man ng gobyerno ito, kontratista man ito, kongresista o senador man ito. Kung ghost, substandard, overpriced ang proyekto, isiyasatin po ito ng komite. Isa po sa mga pinakamahalagang bahagi ng talumpati ng Pangulo ng SONA ay ang pagsasabi na dapat hindi tayo mawalan ng pag-asa dahil ang Pilipino ay likas na matapang, magaling, masipag at mabuti. Sa gitna ng layunin po nating magpanagot ng may sala sa pandarambong ng pondo ng bayan sa infrastructure at flood control projects, layunin din po nating patunayan sa bayan na mas marami pa ring mga opisyal at kawani ng gobyerno na matapang, magaling, masipag, matibay at mabuti. Maraming salamat.
Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Sa ating mga kasamahan sa Kamara, sa mga kinatawan ng Department of Public Works and Highways, DBM COA, sa mga resource person, higit sa lahat sa mamamayang Pilipino, uhaw sa pagpaliwanag tungkol sa mga lumalantad na anomalya sa infrastruktura sa buong bansa. Na siyang pinunduhan gamit ang buwis na pinaghirapan ng taong bayan. Sa gitna ng mga ulat tungkol sa mga ghost infrastructure project at unfinished project, maugong ang mga usaping tanging ang Kongreso ang may kontrol sa mga proyektong ito. Dahil dito, kailangan natin maunawaan ang proseso na pinagdaanan ng ating budget bago ito maging General Appropriations Act. Gayon din, pagaman Kongreso ang naglabas ng GAA ay hindi naman siya ang gumagastos ng pera. Nariyan ang iba-ibang ahensya ng gobyerno na nag-implement ng mga project. Mahaba at masalimuot ang prosesong pinagdaanan ng bawat piso bago ito makarating sa national budget na alam ng tao. Para mas mabigyang linaw sa ating lahat ang usaping budget, daanan po natin ang prosesong sinusunod natin taon-taon. Pinaklasify po ng DBM ang budget process sa 4 na bahagi. Budget preparation, budget authorization, budget execution, and budget accountability. Sa budget preparation, nagsisimula ang budget sa sunod na taon o fiscal year sa isang budget call. January pa lang po ay naglalabas na ang DBCC o Development Budget Coordinating Committee ng mga panuntunan, target at ceiling na gagabay sa mga executive agencies sa paggawa ng kanilang National Expenditure Program or NEP na isinusumiti kanila. Ang DBCC ay interagency body na kinabibilangan ng mga head of the Department of Budget and Management, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Department of Finance, and National Economic and Development Authority. Inaaprobahan ng DBCC ang NEP na siyang naglalaman ng mga proyektong nais punduhan ng ahensya